The 76ers taking on the Clippers. For the 76ers, the chance to start the year right with a win on the road and give their fans, no matter where they are, something to cheer about. Clippers, Sixers. And we'll be right back for the tip-off. Welcome to a special presentation of the NBA on Christmas Day here on 2K Sports. We want to wish each and every one of you a Merry Christmas. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brett Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. D.A., take it away.
Sixers coach Brett Brown helped build this team from ground zero. There were some lean years.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard is out there with Mo Harkless. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2. Now here's Richardson. Count that bucket. Richardson's got the first points up on the board here for Philadelphia. The starting gate, opening night in the NBA, Brent. What are you most looking forward to?
I just like to see who it is that, in terms of their competitive spirit right now, is coming out of training camp hungry. Let's see in the next couple of weeks which team jumps out and which coaching staffs have done a great job preparing their team coming out of camp. Now, we know that teams can't fall off, Kevin. The talent will catch up. Other veteran teams may get themselves back into a rhythm. But coming out of training camp, how much more together are teams and teams that have made changes? What are they playing like?
What's their chemistry?
Let's find out how they're going to play this year.
And George, here we go. Over Richardson. And it's George missing.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Harkless with the steal. The 17-footer. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
Yeah, early on, 3 misses to open the game. Their offense right now still trying to find its way.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
Here's Beverley. George trying to break free. And it's Beverley missing.
That's 0 for 4 now. Time to slow it down and maybe get the best possible shot the next time down.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Here's George, following the score by Josh Richardson. George with the bounce pass. From the left block. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
The pass to Harris. Pass to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Zubac.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now Harris. Kawhi Leonard missing from long range. Harris inside. Great D that time from Leonard.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
His touch has left him in this quarter. Nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Here's Richardson. The teardrop falls in. Richardson's got 6.
Richardson doing a good job of weaseling his way inside. I like to see him work that floater in from time to time.
Beverley dishes to Harkless. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Now a chance to see the numbers for George. Coming off a terrific season. First in steals, and, of course, one of the game's truly elite scorers with the second most points per game in the league.
And as you said, first in steals last season, you have to say he's the best ball hawk in the league right now. It may not even be close. Here's Horford, banked in off the glass.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Simmons. Knocked loose. And it's blocked. They retain possession.
Given his massive size, it is easy to see why Horford picks up a lot of fouls.
76ers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. That one is no good.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him Average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Here's Richardson. Drops in the breakaway layup. Richardson's got 8 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Passes it to Leonard. Over Harris. Nails the baby hook.
Now, being aggressive in the painted area, you love the attacking element that Kawhi Leonard brings to the game.
Embiid, the pass to Richardson. Let's go. The Clippers grab the miss.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Leonard against Harris. Takes it from 10. Here's the pass to Zubac. Here's Harkless. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 11. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. Zubac finds Leonard. And then Leonard with the dunk.
But don't give a cerebral player like Leonard that kind of opening. He'll read that gap.
76ers have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Pass to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
Here's Beverly after the Sixers pick up 2. Here's Leonard. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Simmons against Beverly. Simmons inside. Here's Harris. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He wanted to keep that shot from getting blocked, but in the process, he gave it no chance of going in because of how unbalanced he was on the fade.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish. And here are the 76ers now, after the Clippers pick up 2. Simmons against Beverly. Shot from 12. No good from Simmons. Clippers trail by 9. Beverly finds Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Ben Simmons.
Such a difficult guy to keep up with and also have a conversation with. Leonard, sometimes all you can do is foul him.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Harrell, he's checked in for Zubats. Green comes in for Maurice Harkless. Lou Williams is checked in for George. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Neto. 3T that time from Leonard.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Here's Neto. Passes to Korkmaz. Here's Neto. He's covered by Shamet. 3T that time from Leonard. The Clippers trail. Here's Green, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Here's Neto after the basket by Los Angeles. It's good.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Now here's Williams. He's coming off a 22-point game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
On deep, Neto. Not going to go that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Detroit. The pass to Scott. Neto surveying the floor. Pass to Ennis. Fires for three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Outside Williams. Dishes it to Leonard. Jacks up a three. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
This offense just looks so different when Kawhi Leonard is on the floor and when he's knocking down shots like this.
Neto kicks to O'Quinn. Back to Neto. Now here's Ennis. He's covered by Leonard. Ennis misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Leonard attacking, and it's Leonard with the jam.
With his developing handle, Leonard now has defenders at his mercy when on the bounce.
And so it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. 50 seconds left here in the opening quarter. From past the arc, another three for Philadelphia.
Not a shot the coaches are going to draw up often for him, and he makes it with the defense closing in.
And here is Williams. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Shamet the pass to Harrell. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
It's interesting to see the rebirth of the Clippers, or actually maybe the actual birth of the Clippers, having Kawhi Leonard join this team along with Paul George, convincing him to come to town and to start maybe something special. And it's pretty immediate, the impact that these two are going to make on the floor, especially on the defensive end.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ennis kicks to Korkmaz. Neto, that's a 2-pointer. That one off the back iron and out.
And if that's the best look you can get on a possession, what a waste of a trip down the floor.
Yeah, see the coach? He's got that frown on his face. I think we know why. Not a high percentage look.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Los Angeles on top, leading by just 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles. Al Horford provided some insight on why he decided to sign with Philadelphia.
What put me over the edge to make this switch is just the depth that I saw with this team. It's an up-and-coming young team that we have a chance to be good for.
Playing for a historic franchise, Greg, they've got, of course, the great fan support, great history, something Horford relishes.
A great choice. A team with depth and youth. They have a chance to be good for a long time.
And we welcome you back to NBA action, a great tradition, Christmas Day basketball, here on 2K Sports. Guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Korkmaz, Mike Scott out there with Ennis. Then there's Kyle O'Quinn, and it's Neto in at the 1. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, we know about Lou Williams' story. The 3-time Sixth Man of the Year may be undersized, but he keeps finding angles to score. Williams said, "I can't shoot straight up. I've always played crooked. It's weird, but it's something I've developed, fading away from guys. I have bigger defenders on me, and it's just about creating space." Kevin, even well into his 30s, Lou Will still does it as well as anybody.
I would totally agree, David. He is always deadly. Thank you. Pass to Scott. Here's Ennis. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Neto, 5 points in the game. Scott inside. He's covered by Leonard.
Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good play. Come on. Steady strides in Kawhi Leonard being more and more comfortable as the go-to scorer for this team.
The 76ers trail by 6. Neto, the pass to Scott. Here's Neto. He's guarded by Williams. Back to Scott. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harkless is checked in, and Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Horford comes in for Scott. Tobias Harris is checked in for Ennis, and it's Richardson in for Korkmaz. He passes it to Mann, inside. Here's Harkless, sweet move, and he sinks the layup. And now it's an 8-point Clipper lead.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's Harris, hands the 12-footer.
Beautiful in the mid-range there. Sometimes it looks automatic for Tobias Harris.
Now here's Williams. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And last season for the Clippers, it was a collection of smaller guys who played big.
They were very effective with those kind of lineups with shorter, very effective offensive players out there. And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing, coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done.
The pass to Simmons. From deep three-point range. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz. Magruder kicks to Harrell. pass to George. There's the triple. Good on the triple. George has got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
We've seen George hit some threes from way downtown before, and he's at it again.
Richardson with it. 8 points for him. Simmons dishes to Embiid, and he makes that one. Embiid's got 6.
And Simmons is just so intelligent in these screen and rolls. A fantastic decision maker.
Man passes to Harkless. And it's Harrell at the elbow. Magruder kicks to Harrell. And a miss there on the triple.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Here's Simmons, and the rejection by Harrell. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's George. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Richardson.
What great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Richardson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Well, last season, Josh Richardson just exploding for the Miami Heat. Brent, as you know, he was their top scorer.
Well, he's a great three-point shooter. The 3-and-D aspect is what drew the Miami Heat coaching staff to what Josh Richardson was capable of doing. Now he's going to do that in Philadelphia.
Beverly, the pass to George. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Back to Beverly. Over to the wing. Harrell finds George. Over Harris. That's good for George on the assist by Harrell. And that's 12 points for Paul George.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
On the wing, Harris. Over to the left wing. Outside, Simmons. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
And battling hard on the glass.
Oh, the power on that throw-down.
Unreal. Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little over, but I love to see him get up.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. Here's the floater, and the layup is up and in.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Now Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And here is Harkless to the left side wing. And it's the Clippers scoring again.
Well, there's some confidence right now in Patrick Beverly's game. He's got the green light, and that time took a little bit of a quick opportunity and nailed it.
Richardson outside. Pass to Embiid for the three. Kept alive. Here's Horford. And the rejection by Harrell. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's his first foul. Philadelphia on D. 11-point game. Beverly the pass to Green. And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. That'll be his second foul of the game.
It's his second foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Now the pass to Harris.
And they really haven't been able to get into any kind of an offensive flow this quarter.
Lob pass to George, and George with the stuff.
Great timing there. Paul George rising up, collecting the ball, and throwing it down.
The 76ers trail by 13. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. And Brent, as you know, there aren't many players that can set a tone for a team, but Patrick Beverley is one of them.
And Patrick Beverley always embraces that role about setting the tone defensively on an opposing team's point guard, making sure that tonight, if you're going to beat the team that Pat Beverley plays on, you're going to have to go through that.
For three, Richardson. Green with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Looking now at some numbers from Montrezl Harrell. Last year, getting it done. 5th in field goal percentage, and he's a shot blocker as well. Top 20 in that category last season. Great timing and challenges at the rim.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. And stolen by Simmons. And JaMychal Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the 76ers. James Ennis comes in for Al Horford. And it's Korkmaz in for Richardson. Back to Ennis. Over Green. Second shot opportunity. They get it back. And Embiid throws it down.
And that's a huge play. I mean, they need more like it because second chance points are going to be key in this game.
Probably so. That's usually a crucial element to any comeback. From deep, George. It's hauled in by Harris.
He really suffocated him there, guys. Just excellent work.
Here's Ennis. The rebound by Paul George.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Ennis passes to Embiid. 6 to shoot. And Harris wide open. He shoots. Drains it from beyond the arc. Harris has got 10 points.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
And here's George for 3. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Kawhi Leonard comes in for George. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Then for the 76ers, Mike Scott comes in for Tobias Harris. And Raul Neto is subbed in for Ben Simmons. Pass to Ennis. Embiid is at the elbow. Shoots over Zubac. Embiid, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top 2A threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
The 76ers again can't hit it.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend. I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. A terrific quarter for him, and now he has a total of 27 points. Shouldn't take him long to get up over 30. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Here with Brett Brown. Now, Coach, it seemed like you guys came out a little flat. How do you get some energy for the second half?
You just got to go with the people that have energy. I feel like we are not the aggressors. We have to do whatever we're going to do through our defense, and so far it's been poor.
Brett, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 27 points, 2 block shots, and 1 assist. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. And let us get your thoughts, big fella, on the Clippers.
I'm not surprised. Kawhi Leonard, usually getting it done on both ends, can give you 20, 30, 40 points a night and lock down the opponent's best scorer. True superstar, Ernie.
And Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
Poor efficiency on offense. That's what jumps out at me. You aren't going to win many games shooting under 35%. Bad shot selection, too much one-on-one play, not finishing with authority. Now, these are correctable errors. They could choose to come out in the second half and completely flip that script.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Here's Beverly. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Patrick Beverly out there with Paul George. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Zubats in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
Well, not much you can do to stop that. Leonard showing once again his physical prowess at the 10.
Richardson kicks to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot. Greg frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league. Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Harris's shot is off.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Knocked away. Richardson outside. He kicks to Simmons. Teardrop shot. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
And Simmons is so deft with the floater, freezing the D completely.
Richardson against George. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
This is his third trip to the free throw line in the game.
A year ago, he had an 84% success rate on his foul shots, so he was a guy they were always happy to see at the line.
Simmons looking around. Harris outside. Just 5 to shoot. They grab their own miss. He gets it in there. 10 points for Joel Embiid.
just a much smaller defender on him. He does the exact thing at the right moment, goes straight to the rim.
Here's George. Rebound by the 76ers. Horford's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Richardson outside. Pass to Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
And the amazing moves of Simmons. He's just so much fun to watch with the ball in his hand.
Leonard attacking. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Embiid. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support it.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Beverly wide open. Drills it from outside. Beverly's got 5.
Becoming more of a staple of his attack offensively. You give Beverly a look from deep, and he'll make it.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. He dishes it to Simmons. Harris looking it over. Just 4 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. No good from Simmons.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Embiid dishes to Simmons. Back to Embiid, and it's denied. Leonard against Horford. Over in the corner, Harkless fires the 3, and another 3 for the Clippers.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Timeout called the 76ers.
And thinking back to last postseason, the Clippers did not back down to the Warriors at all.
Well, LA was a much more physical team. I think they knew going in that the only way that they had a shot was to be disruptive, and they brought that on both ends of the floor, and that was going against a healthy Kevin Durant at the time. They took 2 games last year in that series, and the way in which they played, that spirit might have caught the attention of one Paul George and one Kawhi Leonard.
Embiid kicks to Simmons. Clock at 6. For 3, Harris. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game.
That's a shot that Tobias Harris is really working hard on to become more consistent as a threat from the 3-point line.
Man, Richardson covering. Man passes to Harkless. And here's Beverly. Over Horford. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And looking now at some numbers for Horford. Good season for him last year. Averaged about 13 points per, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
The 76ers trail by 19. Outside, Simmons passes it to Richardson. Now the feed to Embiid. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Simmons against Beverly. And the pass to Zubac. Shoots over Embiid. Zubac, no good.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Outside, Simmons to the middle. Here's Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists in the game.
A little mid-ranger is going to be an easy shot for him when he's got that much of a size advantage.
Pass to Zubac. Over Embiid. Out to the right wing. Here's Magruder. No good on the triple. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Richardson outside. Back to Simmons. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Simmons got 15 points.
Yeah, and Simmons is used to being in tight spots. So clever at finding ways out of them.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Brandon, this next question culture we're in, what comments do you want to hear from players who have just lost a game and facing disappointment?
I like the humility aspect of this question, Kevin, and the thing that I listen to most from players who get it, they'll compliment their opponent first. Something had to happen where the opponent did something enough to beat you on that night. So you don't say that we did all these things. Give the opponent credit first. Secondly, players who shoulder a massive amount of responsibility, they'll say that they could have played better first. And that takes and deflects everything away from their teammates. And then they'll talk about what they're looking forward to most, and their challenge is we'll get better tomorrow. We'll get better next game. And that they know there's room to grow. Those three things are pretty impactful.
Well said. Philadelphia moving the ball around. And Simmons slams it in.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
The possession's just way more efficient, I think, here tonight. Taking smarter, better shots, moving the ball around. That's helped them get back in the ballgame.
Philadelphia with the ball. This run now up to 13-2. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Looking at some numbers for Simmons. Last season, he played outstanding. 6th in assists, 15th in field goal percentage. And he was among the top 20 rebounders in the league. Never shy about throwing his weight around in the paint.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. There's Williams with the 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers. O'Quinn's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Ennis taking his time here. Pass to Simmons. Back to Ennis. Lets it go with the 3. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Shamet, the pass to Green. Back to Shamet. Passes to Harrell. Takes the 3. Scott pulls it in. Scott's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Simmons. 19 points in the game. And there's the pass to Ennis. Back to Simmons. No good that time. Great D that time from Harrell. Clippers leading by 9. Outside Williams. Loads it up there for Harrell. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And there's Ennis on the assist by Simmons. Ennis has got 5 points so far.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And the Clippers call time here.
about Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays. Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
Clippers leading by 8. Outside Leonard. Pass to Harrell. The tray. Rebound by the 76ers. .102 left to play here in the third. Neto, the pass to Scott. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Yeah, easy call.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. He hits the second from the line. And Los Angeles guys shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Leonard. Pass to Harrell. Now here's Williams. Just 5 on the clock. Shamet kicks to Harrell. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Korkmaz passes to Neto. Here's Horford. Over Harrell. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Yeah, take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Outside Leonard to the wing right side. No good on the three. And so it's Los Angeles heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back to the action after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. They've got Horford. Ennis out there with Scott. And it's Neto in at the point guard.
And they're showing much more focus here in the second half. More effort as well. And their offense starting to show signs of life.
Harrell dishes to George. Passes it to Shamet. George looking around. No good from outside. The 76ers trail by 5. The pass to Neto. Now Horford. Here's Neto from the baseline. It's rebounded by Leonard.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Williams for 3. Horford with the rebound. Horford's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight.
Well, there's more he could have done in this game for sure, but it hasn't kept them from pulling ahead.
Clippers leading by 5. Outside Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Horford.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
He feeds it to Ennis. Here's Korkmaz. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Harrell finds Williams. And the rejection by Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. So for the Clippers, Harkless comes in for Williams. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. And then for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is checked in for Ennis. And it's Ben Simmons in for Korkmaz. And he gets the bucket.
Think back to when Paul George entered the league in the 2010-11 season for the Indiana Pacers. A skinny kid. Not so much anymore.
Pass to Simmons. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Leonard inside. Harris is there. Beverly the pass to Harrell. Misses the three.
It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip. And there's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Beverly against Harris. Leonard. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now it's a 9-point Clipper lead.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Pass to Harris. Ring shot on the way. They get the rebound. Clippers leading by 9. Leonard attacking from outside the arc. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Kicks it to Simmons. The 76ers with another miss. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Over in the corner, Harkless wide open. And that one goes long. The 76ers trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Horford no luck. L.A. has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Leonard trying to break free. Count that one. George has got 4 this quarter.
Pretty cool that Paul George came to the game on a rocket ship because he's on another planet right now.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He was disappointed in the shot selection. He told them, stay patient, run the offense, make the extra pass. We don't have to make up the deficit all at once. See if they start shooting a little better. Kevin?
And when Simmons is taking it strong to the cup, he's looking for a foul. Love this guy's aggressive.
And here is Los Angeles now. They have a 9-point lead. Feeds to George. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. George has got 9 points now in just the second half. For Philadelphia, they've gone just 2 of 8 in this fourth quarter. The final quarter not treating them well so far. Here's Simmons. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And what patience from Simmons on offense. So skilled at making the D feel nervous when he has to rock.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Beverly against Simmons. And it's Beverly missing.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
The 76ers again can't hit it. Los Angeles leading by 10. Leonard on the wing, guarded by Embiid. Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And Embiid with the block. Shoots. Another miss by Philadelphia. Los Angeles has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Puts it up from 7. And it's Leonard missing.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Simmons on the wing. Out to Harris. The 3.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Great communication on the alley-oop.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
Pass to Embiid. Now here's Richardson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. First one falls for him.
And Josh Richardson continuing to develop his overall game, has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
Here's George. Leonard with the ball. The pass to Zubac. Leonard against Harris. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
The 76ers trail by 12. Pass to Richardson.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
And he's good on the second. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league, that the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Outside Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Outside, Simmons. In the corner, it's Harris. Tries from 16. Count it.
Tobias Harris can knock down shots from a lot of spaces on the floor. He is definitely an offensive threat.
They get a hand on it. Harkless kicks to Leonard. Pass to Beverly from downtown. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Clippers lead by 14.
Pretty much not a player in the league is going to pass up a shot like that so much for the defense.
Richardson against George. Here's Harris. Straight D that time from Leonard. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Beverly feeling it out a bit. Back to Leonard. Beyond the arc. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Simmons got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon. Yes, sir.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Now Leonard. Beverly the pass to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. 5 to shoot. The shot misses. And Philadelphia the other way now. Harris dishes to Richardson. Harris passes to Simmons. From 13, out to Harris. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
Simmons against Beverly. Rebound by the 76ers.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
The drive by Simmons. That one falls.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
They're this close to putting it away.
Yeah, they don't need to do anything special. Just take time off the clock.
George against Richardson. Passes it to Beverly. On deep. He can't get that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. From deep, Richardson. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David, thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up